Washington, it's Husky Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, Dave Powell, and Jesse Baldwin with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Well, guys, Jeremiah Smith could be disappointed after not being a Heisman finalist last season for Ohio State. But all he did is get back to work, keep his head down, and have an unbelievable summer. He's looking better than ever, and we as college football fans are lucky that we get to watch the best player in the country one more season for the Buckeyes. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. He'll bring it out. It's Cross. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. The give to the left. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here's Williams to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. Turning it on! A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
It's a really nice job by the quarterback that time, working through his progressions, because the running back was not the primary target on that play. You find the check down, though, and when you get it to that guy, if he's even got a little bit of room, He's got the wiggle and the speed, and he's going to make something really positive.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Touchdown, Husky. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And he added the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The run inside. It's Jackson. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, giving 1. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They start the season as the #1 team in the country. You want to talk about having a bullseye on your back from day 1.
Yeah, bullseye, but that also means you're really, really talented, and you're thought highly of. So this roster, it doesn't take a backseat to anybody in the country. Starting the year #1 is a great thing. That means you got talent. But how do you take this season, and how do you take step 1 today?
And that's the job of the coaches, I think, is to deliver the message to your team. You've got to prove it. You haven't played anybody yet. You haven't necessarily earned that #1 in front of your name. So here's your opportunity. A lot of fans watching. A lot of people excited to see just how good you really are.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. Complete to the right. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Smith. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. Say it. Oh, look, Ma, one hand.
Man, what a catch by the big tight end. They got those big old huge mitts, those big dudes. So nice job sticking up in the air, and it just sticks to it, makes the nice spectacular grab.
It's now 2nd down after the short completion. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Got a little, maybe a crease. Running through contact. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
On the direct snap, it's Jackson. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Jukes his way for more. He's got 50 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Buckeye!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Williams on the play fake. Under fire. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throwing, Williams. Throws it deep. Upstairs he's got it. Running free. The tag. And he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Man, make it a statement early in this football game. I'm open. Get it to me. He's already got 2 tutties on the game. Nice job making his presence felt early in this football game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, say it. Makes the catch. Still on his feet at the 45. Open field on the right. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
They march to the red zone, and here they go. Intercepted deep in his own end. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after it. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The offense changing the play. Williams throws for the tight end. Picked off to stop the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. He lets one fly deep. Snags it on the right. Off to the races. He's at the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And they call this sudden change. And we talk about it up in the booth. We're hitting each other right here. Like, you got the turnover. First thing you want to do is be aggressive, take all of that momentum, and go capitalize. And what do, man? One play, a big passing play, a big answer, and big-time momentum gained in this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. Play fake, Williams. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes. So you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He might want another play. Motion from the back. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart.
Got a little grass. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it right at midfield. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
The option, the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Williams rushes on him. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
It'll be 3rd and long. Williams will pass. It's complete. On the move at the 30. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Making side adjustments here. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. On the ground with the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wideout. Here's Williams to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This just looks like too much backyard football from this quarterback right now. We've already seen a pick in this game. Bad fundamentals on that last throw, throwing it off his back leg. He needs to trust his coaching. He just needs to settle himself down.
Timeout signaled for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
And after that 1st down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. Tries again to get it in. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Now it's 3rd and goal. Go straight ahead. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and I think you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. there. Hope for a touchdown going by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now they regain the lead.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Still running at the 40. There he goes. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the number 19 team, the Utah Utes. And it's the Wolverines, who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Might be calling a hot route. Throwing, Williams. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Finding some room. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Jackson. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. 4th down, Sayin. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Here's Sayin to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Lined up in the gun on third down. Sayin can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
They've converted on 4th down once, but here's the big one. 4th and goal. Sayin to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That one will give them the lead.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those...
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Williams bringing the heat. And down he goes. A defense bringing the heat.
awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket.
He's going to let it go. And here's the third interception of the night. Taking it the other way. He's at the touchdown, Ohio State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Play action with Williams. He's moving out of the pocket. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Runs through, man. He might have space. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
On the move, it's Jackson. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps...
Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Quarterback making checks. Williams, under fire, trying to buy time. Crosses to 40. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Williams will pass. He's got him in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Got room at the 35. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And how are you guys not impressed with this defense, man? They've been so good. They've been all over the field. And they're about to make this a very one-dimensional offense. Like, the clock is ticking, right? And they're down.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field.
Red 54, red 54. Ready, go.
Williams to throw for it on fourth. Punts it out of the air. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Washington wants to go quickly.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the...
For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Zayin unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead.
Could be an alley. Touchdown, Buckeye! And the pummeling has started.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Ready. Red 18, red 18. I'm playing for all 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Give to the running back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive.
Blue 22, blue 22.
Wide receiver going in motion. 3rd down from the gun, Williams. It's complete on the right side.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now up.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. 4th down, Williams. Powers through the defender. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does, winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Might be changing the route. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make 1st downs. 1st and 15 here. Williams on the play fake. Throws to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Williams to the air again. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Here's Williams to throw. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Williams to throw for it on 4th. He'll pull it down and run. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Throwing, Williams. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm, He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap. Williams looking for a man. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.